Joining me now is Senator Amy Klobuchar from the great state of Minnesota, who voted to convict Donald Trump yesterday. Senator Klobuchar, thanks for coming back to the Sunday Show.
Thanks, Jonathan. I always look forward to spending Valentine's Day with you now forever. So thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. So let me ask you, as someone who was a juror, were you surprised by the not guilty verdict rendered by the United States Senate?
As the days went on, you never want to give up hope, and it starts turning to maybe we'll get some people we didn't think we were going to get. So I wasn't surprised, and of course I was disappointed, but I think it's really important because of the fine work of the Congresswoman who you just spoke to and all of the House managers. This was the most bipartisan impeachment verdict in the history of America. They were able, through their convincing case, to bring on votes we didn't think we had before. 7 Republicans voted with all Democrats. And while we didn't meet the 67-vote threshold, we still have the fact that the majority of people in the House and the Senate voted for impeachment. And you have a number of Republican leaders strongly saying that Donald Trump caused this to happen, that he incited this to happen. And I think that the searing case, the shrieks of that police officer, the timeline that they laid out will be forever etched in the memory of Americans. And that matters. You cannot hide history. And we did not let them do that.
Senator, you also are a former prosecutor. So I'm wondering, do you think it was necessary to hear additional witnesses? As I asked Congresswoman Plaskett in the previous interview, there are a lot of people, lots of Democrats who are disappointed that after getting the approval to call witnesses, that no witnesses were called. Were witnesses necessary?
I voted to allow for witnesses, but in the end, that was their case. And as the Congresswoman knows, as a former prosecutor herself, you make decisions in cases. This was an impeachment case. They had a focus, and that focus was to get out the facts that they had. And in the end, and this is really important to know, Mitch McConnell himself stated that the facts were clear. He basically said they made their case when he said that Donald Trump was responsible. But did he vote to convict? No. He used what I would call an excuse, not a reason, a faux excuse that somehow you couldn't convict a president when he was out of office. That's just not true. We have the precedent of the Secretary of War from the 1800s. We have liberal and conservative scholars, including the former co-founder of the Federalist Society, who said the plain language of the Constitution allows for a president to be convicted. And then, of course, the final irony of the whole thing is that it was McConnell and the Republicans in the Senate, as Speaker Pelosi so well pointed out, that stopped the proceeding from going forward while Donald Trump was still in office. So it is what we'll call the irony of ironies, but it had nothing to do with the decision about calling witnesses. It was because they just didn't want to do it.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.